Drinking Bros. Put down the water and grab a fucking drink.
What do we have?
Hi. Back by popular demand.
Oh,
you guys
my
asked
gosh.
for it.
No.
I mean, you got
No one asked for
flooded. The Drinking Bros podcast got
No,
flooded
we did
with
not.
emails. You guys,
No,
it has
no, it
been
was
a
nothing.
shitstorm. They're like, get those guys off of there.
Oh,
Where
my
is
God.
the Mike Winslow?
I feel like we have a female Jared in studio.
Oh my God! Do not insult me like that.
Look,
ever again.
minus the weight
Guys.
problem. I feel like we have a female Jared in.
Guys, I'm not Jared.
Welcome, Drinking Bros. Welcome to another exciting extravaganza of nonstop tomfuckery and haberdashery. I'm kidding. A haberdasher is
Yeah, what is?
it's someone who it's like a tailor, someone who fixes
Yeah.
clothes.
And just parties down. What you don't know
That's
about
what
haberdashers?
That's what haberdashery is.
The underbelly of haberdashery
Yeah.
is ugly.
It's a filthy world.
Real
And
ugly.
if you cross that with tomfoolery,
Oh my gosh,
You
you're
are-
in for a lot
you're
of
in
shenanigans.
for a real Chuck Wooler.
You're in for a lot of shenanigans.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
please,
All right.
please.
All right. We're gonna silence you. Welcome, kids. We got special guest. You know her as the Michael Winslow of sound effects, and the star, one of the stars of Range 15, Jessie Wiseman, in tonight. Did I say that with enough H in there?
Yes, it is Wiseman.
Wiseman.
Like cool whip or
like
whiskey.
Randy Watson. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
I like that a lot. Well, look, you're not new to the show at this point.
Okay.
You've been on. I think it's your third time on the show.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Third Timers Club.
Oh boy.
What did you get for me?
I
Oh
got you some elk mittens. So
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
they're really nice. I made them
These
myself.
are gorgeous.
Aren't they? Go ahead and slip them on.
They're wet a little bit.
Well, they've
I'm
been out in the
wondering
snow.
what. Oh.
I was elk hunting again,
Oh.
just off the coast of Switzerland,
Little
like
bit-
I often do.
a little bit slimy on the inside.
Yeah, you know what else is a little bit slimy on the inside? Carnivore Club. Oh boy,
You guys, that wasn't a pig.
No.
I know you're animal lovers out there. Don't worry, it was not a
God,
pig.
are you going to be doing sound effects for every fucking sponsor?
Sorry about this.
No, you can.
Okay.
You can, because the audience loved it. We got flooded with emails. We got buried. We got bombarded with emails.
Flooded.
But yeah, if you're going to get some Elka Meets, you can go to Carnivore Club. You know what time it is. You know it's one of our faves. You know it's an oldie. It was there from the beginning. It's there since the dawn of time. I get super fucking excited about putting salami in my mouth. Yeah, that's right. I just said that in front of you. No, but we can do this
Don't
seriously
worry.
because meat is serious. It's extremely serious. And Carnivore Club takes their job seriously when it comes to finding the best fucking meat out there and sending it to you once a month. If you're not already a Carnivore Club member, which we are, you need to listen up because this is seriously the only club that'll send you flavors of cured meats like jerky and salami you don't even know existed. And you definitely didn't know you were going to get a boner for. Like that elk meat and those elk mittens you're wearing. Like, congratulations. It's because I'm a carnivore eater.
Thank
You get a new box of meat every month, and cracking that package open and diving in like Michael Phelps will make you feel like a little tiny king. Carnivore Club hunts through the country to find the most talented people making awesome meat products and then sends you a collection of their best stuff. If we could make it taste it through the goddamn microphones, we would. Go to carnivoreclubco. That's .co, and make sure you use the promo code Drinkin Bros, and you get 10% off your order. Join the fucking
Holy
club. Get the best damn meat you've ever tasted. Go to carnivoreclub.co. Use the promo code Drinkin Bros. Get 10% off of your first fucking box.
Oh boy.
I am
jeez.
on one tonight. You know why I'm on one tonight?
What?
Put a little something in that drink.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna need
goodness.
a sound effect for it. That's Strikeforce Energy.
They strike like a panther.
Oh boy, this is I like
You
at
guys,
least
there
attempt a
wasn't a
plane
pan-
noise
you
for
guys-
Strikeforce Energy.
There wasn't a panther in here. I know a lot of you were probably like, how did the panther get in there?
How did the panther get in the studio?
Well, I also want to say that, like, Jared gets, you know how you guys do the kick the can? thing?
yeah.
Jared gets it wrong every time.
Yeah,
When you're like,
it's kick the can.
Kick the can. He's like,
Put down the can down.
away
Yeah.
and do not pick it up again.
Because the problem is, he puts Strikeforce Energy inside vodka, inside a France press, or a French
Oh.
press.
Okay.
Yeah, we just started selling French press T-shirts.
so
They sold out in 2 days. Jared's gonna be fucking stoked
I
when he
heard
comes
also,
back.
are you actually selling, like, France presses? Because I am so... No.
That is a dirty little rumor.
Oh, sorry.
And
You said
I can confirm it
You said
on
it-
social media. If you follow me at STJames, I can confirm that rumor probably next week.
Okay, you guys
you
said
know
it
what?
on
And
the
I'm also
podcast.
saying my Instagram name, which I never do at the top of the show, because Jared I had a little competition, and first to 10,000, he cheated and won.
Totally.
So look,
Doesn't
am I
surprise.
happy about that? No. But go to StrikeforceEnergy.com. And you can go to their Instagram page as well and find out where to put all this tasty liquid that comes in a tin pouch. You can put it in sodas, you can put it in beer, you can put it in water, you can put it in liquor. It works just about in every goddamn liquid imaginable, and it's delightful. Kick the fucking can. Go to StrikeforceEnergy.com, type in the promo code Drinkin Bros, get 20% off of every single order, and tell them Ross sent you. I'm kidding. You can't tell them through the computer, but you could scream at your computer, hey, Ross sent me, as you're typing in.
Put down the can and put it on the shelf and do not pick up that can again.
Yeah.
Is that your guys'
And then
slogan?
slap it. So what do you got for this next one here, Jimmy Jables? We got, it's a little home defense ammunition company. It's called Tartaros ordnance.com.
Honey, I hear a noise downstairs. I guess a motherfucker did.
Oh, I like that. All right, I'll give you 1 out of 3 so far on the sound effects.
What
for
about
our...
the gunshot? Did you guys think I was really shooting a gun?
I did. I thought you were really
okay.
shooting a gun. I had my eyes closed for a second. I turned around, and then I darted back and was like, oh no, someone's broken into the studio.
People say that.
I'm concealing carry, so it's like, cool, you almost lost your life, James. You almost lost your life. And if anybody out there thinks they're going to lose their life, go to tartarosordnance.com. That's TARTARUSORDNANCE for all your home defense ammunition needs. They got bullets, they got guns, they got everything you need to keep your house and your family safe, and I wish a motherfucker would. I wish a motherfucker would. And if you got your gun next to you, maybe you just took somebody out, you're feeling a little confident about your whole shit, and you want to celebrate. Go to warfightertobacco.com. Get yourself a premium cigar. They are handmade in the DR in the Dominican Republic with quality Cuban seed tobacco. You got anything for that?
Listen,
that was a lady choking on a cigar.
here's the deal. Cigars are one of those things, they smell horrible, you guys, but it looks so sexy. So it's kind of like when a guy's smoking a cigar, I'm sorry, I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Everybody likes it.
I do not
Women
like
love
to be
it.
around it.
No.
It's more like I like it in pictures. Do you know what I mean? Girls too. Like if girls smoking a cigar, I'm like, oh, that's hot. But like if I was around it, I'd be like, ew.
Oh, you can't. I mean that's
But it
look
looks sexy.
That's why we don't have too many women on the show. You know what I'm saying?
Because of
right
comments
there.
like that.
Yeah, because of comments like that.
Look, I'm saying it looks sexy. Do it. Keep
does
doing
sexy.
it.
Smoke them up. We love cigars and guns and whiskey on this show. And if look, we're not smoking hookahs. We're smoking cigars. And if you're gonna get some cigars, you might as well get some from a 100% combat veteran owned and operated cigar company like warfightertobacco.com. God damn, we love them. They don't have a promo code, but they should. Maybe you could just call in and then fake smoke like that and then cough on them, just like you did. Cough all over them. Yeah.
I look good.
Yeah, hey. Just real gruff, just real Nick Nolte about it.
Or very Jake the Snake.
damn
Very
it.
Jake the Snake.
Oh yeah, that Jake the Snake, the Resurrection we just watched was fucking dope. All right, and if you're smoking a cigar, let's say you're reading a book. Let's say you're reading the finest piece of literature ever created in the history of man. A lot of people said it's better than the Bible. A lot of people said it's better than the New Testament. A lot of people said it's better than the New Testament in the Bible if they had a baby. And that's At Night She Cries While He Rides His Steed, the first ever romance novel for dudes.
Oh no, St. James, it's too big. It's too big.
Wow, you're starting to grow on me. I kind of get the flooding of emails now.
Okay.
The flooding of emails.
You guys, they could not keep up.
No, we couldn't.
With the emails.
We couldn't. You got a horse noise for the At Night She Cries While He Rides His Steed?
You know I'm so good at this.
Oh, perfect. That's perfect.
Nailed it.
Nope, nailed it first take. No need to do it ever again. Go to Amazon.com, get yourself a copy of At Night She Cries While He Rides His Steed, the funniest book ever written by the greatest writer of this or any generation, Ross Patterson. It's also available on Audible.com. Look, it's fucking everywhere except for Walmart because there's nudity in it, and they fucking flipped out. And they don't carry it there, so fuck them.
Also, fuck Walmart.
Yeah, fuck Walmart. And if you guys are out there and you're listening to the show, maybe you just pulled up to a Walmart. Go out and take your dick out and put it in the Walmart. You know, just put it right in the wall.
In the Walmart. Let the doors close.
Yeah, on your dong.
Yeah.
On your dong.
Do not move. Just let them keep opening and closing until someone comes and removes you forcibly.
And then you run as fast as you can and you just say, hey, you just got Walmart donged. Where's At Night She Cries While He Rides His Steed? Where is it?
Have your friends take pictures and post it to Drinking Bros.
Yeah. If you get a picture let's put that out there for the audience. If somebody sends in a picture to our Drinkin' Bros podcast fan page on Facebook of them jamming their dong in the double door closed doors at a Walmart.
It has to be a Walmart too.
We will, Matt, Jared, Rocco, and I will send you a free autographed Drinkin' Bros podcast T-shirt. And you can get those, if you want. If you don't want to stick your dick in a Walmart, go to drinkinbrospodcast.com. We got the new France Press shirt from Jared. We got the red and white blue tees. They're my favorite tees in the world. I wear these every fucking day. And you see them on social media, and they're like, God damn, are you just wearing the same shirt every day? It's like, no, I've got like 90 of these because they fit amazing. And last but not least, we got a little Black Rifle Coffee.com. A little Black Rifle, Mr. Evan Hafer runs that company. And look, if you type in the promo code Drinkin' Bros, you get 20% off of every order. Tartaros, ordnance.com, you get 10% off. Strikeforce Energy, you get 20% off. Carnivore Club, you got 10% off.
Whoa.
We got deals coming out of everybody's asshole.
It's illegal.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing about Strikeforce Energy and Carnivore Club and Black Rifle is they're all subscription-based. We've got subscriptions. They can ship that shit to your house every single month, so that way you never have to worry about it again.
Yeah, all those things you could just order and then you never worry about it again, guys.
And by the way, I still get just as happy every day that I wake up and I check the front door to see if there's a box of Carnivore Club or fucking Strikeforce or Black Rifle where I'm like, oh, all right. Like I feel like I won something even though I didn't, but I'm on a subscription. So every month I feel like a little tiny winner.
Yeah.
I feel like a little tiny winner. I do.
Yeah.
I do.
You are.
Yeah.
You are.
Well, welcome to the show, Jessie.
Thank you. Again, popular demand.
Really popular.
My God, if one more person said, oh my God, when are you going to be back on? We're never going to listen again
I know.
if you don't come back on.
I'm going to slit my wrist and then I'm going to hold my kids hostage. When is she coming back on?
Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to say something really quick. So the guys are overseas, is that?
Correct. They're doing
correct.
a USO Tour for Range 15.
Yes, good for them. That's amazing.
It's amazing. They're having a great time.
Yeah.
I've been FaceTiming with them. It's really awesome to see the reaction overseas. They're super stoked that they're there.
Yeah.
And not only that, but one night they broke out. You have security over there that takes you to these screenings. And there was some troops that were in a mess hall. They were like, we have to work. We have a shift. We're not going to be able to make your screening tonight.
Yeah.
So they were like, fuck that. We'll meet you in the mess hall at 8 a.m. And broke
See,
security,
that kind of shit.
got choppered in, went to a mess hall, and showed it in a fucking cafeteria.
I love that.
So, yeah, those guys are killing it.
It almost seems like they're happier over there than they were at, like, not happier, but they're more like, this is exactly why we did it. So they just seem like so in their element there. Of like,
look,
seeing them, those people deployed, liking the movie. Like,
absolutely.
That, I think, is so much, it means so much more.
Oh,
and
yeah,
also
yeah,
to
yeah.
me, too. I mean, I don't know, but that to me is like, yes, hell yeah.
Yeah. So it's, those guys are doing awesome shit. And we get a small fact. We want to.
Well, no. Well, I have a little message for Jared. So I heard him call me out a couple episodes ago. Like, did Jessie hear the Huma Dog?
Huma Dog, yes.
Yeah, episode,
Dog. Yep.
And like, I would love to hear her thoughts. And like, Jared, you don't want to hear my thoughts. Like, you want to see my disgusted / disappointed face.
Yeah.
As I'm listening, like, you did not want to like know what I was thinking. And
Huma Dog, by the way, is resonated and stuck with a lot of people. It really pushed it. He was really on one that night, really on a France press bender.
And I give Jared a lot of shit, and I actually don't like many things about him. But I mean, really, I don't. But
are you playing Free Willy right now? Are you playing the theme song for Free Willy?
I stand with him on a couple things, like a lot of the
you just brought
of the 90s
Free Willy. You're standing with Jared.
So on Free Willy only,
standing with Jared.
I stand with Jared, and Free Willy.
Like the river Jordan. All right, now turn that off before Michael Jackson sues us.
Okay, so and then also
the estate comes after us. I don't want Tito at my fucking house.
And then I also want to address, I feel like there's a little bit of sexual tension between us.
Between you and I?
I think that a lot of the emails flooded through.
Yeah, they're bombarded through.
Will they? Won't they?
Yeah.
What is this?
It's a very.
So I'm gonna let you reveal.
It's a very. It's a touch and go situation.
Not top secret.
No, we're fucking married.
Everyone knows.
Everyone knows. There was only like two people who were like, "Hey, are they married or aren't they married?"
And I'm sure the guys are like, ugh, thank God. Like, that was annoying. But I don't know. We're professionals. I didn't want it to be like.
Oh, shut up.
What?
Shut up. I'm kidding.
You suck.
You
yeah.
fucking suck.
Yeah.
Hey, quit being a girl.
Let's just rehash that fight we had. No,
I know.
No,
we're just going to talk about that all night. But
I didn't want them to be like, that's why he has a podcast, because he's married to a famous, you know what I mean?
A famous
actress. Like, I didn't want to take away any of your accomplishments.
He's married to a famous voiceover actress. She does so many voices. A lot of people call you a woman of 10,000 voices.
Yes, and I love that.
No one calls
anyways, we're
it.
fucking married.
No one
in love and all that fucking shit.
Yeah.
Ooh,
boo to that.
Boo, boring. We just lost 50,000 listeners.
I know they're all gone.
Like, oh God.
I know our numbers shoot through the ground. All the sponsors and our advertising agency abandons us now.
No,
we're doing this out of the back of a van down by the river.
I also didn't want to take away the fact I am a true fan of Drinkin' Bros.
No,
so
I know.
I didn't, and I'm so excited to be on here. And even as your wife, it's like I had to be like, hey, everyone's gone. Can I try? And
since we are married, since we are having this out in the show, we said something. I record from Huify live in Wilmington. Mr. Josh Hark is king of marketing. Lets us record here in Wilmington, North Carolina. Right before we went on the air, he literally whispered, "By the way, we fucked in there."
Here?
Oh yeah.
Guys,
so when
what?
you looked at me, you were like, "Wait, what?" People have had sex in this room. Where we podcast.
Okay.
And you're welcome for that. So
wow,
I don't know
sort
if
of
I'm sitting
looking around. I'm sort of thinking of like when we showed up today too.
Yeah.
Of like
I'm
2
going
minutes
to the gym.
early.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was like you guys are early.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Josh and his wife. You never know. You don't know who was in here fucking.
Beautiful.
But
though.
I've looked at the chairs.
That.
I've looked at the chairs.
I love that.
I've been sitting in here for months, so who knows? Who knows what's on me?
Hey, fuck it. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. We love that kind of love. We love being surrounded by love.
No, yeah, we all look. We love being loved. We love to be surrounded by love. And we have a child, by the way, a young boy who got blown away in range 15. In case you saw it, Jessie plays Heather. I play Gene Vandenham, and our child plays the zombie toddler who got iced, which you were super stoked about.
Oh my god!
Almost as stoked as the children's birthday parties that we get to go to.
Oh my god!
This will be a fun one tonight, Drinkin' Bros, because if anybody's married out there, just had a kid.
Or have a couple.
Oh, yeah, or have a couple.
Yeah.
You know how much your life changes, and your parties that used to be parties aren't parties anymore. You go to parties for your kids, and then the adults ending up, getting trashed, and then the kids are having a great time. And if you love your spouse and or kids, you enjoy it.
I do.
Yeah. We friend of ours had a birthday party over the weekend. They invited all the kids over, had this huge water slide, and it was awesome. But there's always a couple kids that get out of control at these things.
Oh, yeah. There's always that one. You guys
I didn't know whether I was going to debating about telling you or not, of like what I say to kids, like when they're awful to like our own kid.
Oh, my God. I say shit.
Yeah, this will lead me up to this last weekend's party. 2 weekends ago, we were at a party at a friend of ours, and it was a really cool couple came up, and they were partying, they were drinking, and they were like, "Oh, isn't this awesome? Our kids get to play together." And I went to go check on ours because I saw him, kind of fiddling on the piano. He's 2 years old, and it was like a bigger kid. It was like 6 or 7 who just pushed him off the piano chair and was just like, "Let me play." And he goes, "I'm amazing at it." He goes, "I'm amazing at playing." I was like, "Oh," and I tried to be polite at first. You weren't around, so I was like, "Oh, are you? Are you amazing?" I was like, "Why don't you play me something, Mozart? Why don't you crack something open here, Beethoven?"
Okay.
But I said it in a low tone, so that way nobody else could hear, the parents couldn't hear. Okay. And he was just like. He was like, ding, 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 ding. And I was like, hey, bro, what was that? And he's like, I'm playing the piano. I go, "No, you weren't. Sounds like you balled up your little fist and started banging him on the thing." And he was just like, I take lessons. I was like, "Awesome. You should go tell your mom that your teacher sucks." And that those lessons aren't.
Don't say go tell your mom.
I didn't. But I said those lessons aren't good enough.
Right.
And I go, I go, here's the thing. If you're going to come up and say you're an amazing piano player and then push children off of the piano chair onto the ground because you want to put on a fucking performance for everybody, you better be goddamn amazing. I want to hear some Frederick fucking Chopin if you're going to be that awesome. So I just leaned down to him, scooped our child up.
Right.
You were not around. And I just leaned down to him and I go, "You will never, ever be good at piano. Ever."
Oh, like in the ear?
Yeah,
like
yeah. And then just walked away.
Okay, so I have to say then, I do the same thing. And I don't know.
I came up and asked you and I was like, hey.
But I don't know if it's cool. So it's
Are we
a
terrible
little
people?
Bit, I don't know. I talked to one girl at that party that did the same thing too, but like she was a little bit hardcore as well. But like a couple weeks ago, we were at a movie out in the park, and it's like all the kids are dancing around. Yep. Jax is dancing, and this big fat kid, one of those girls that's like younger,
like a Bertha.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a Bertha.
Yeah. So she went past Jax and just like pushed him on the ground, and I walked up to her pretty slowly. So
Did you call her Bertha? Tell me you called her Bertha.
Yes, I looked at her and I said, "Listen up." I said,
Bertha.
Yeah, I said, "Listen up, Big Bertha.
Oh,
you push my son again, I will end your eating career. And do not tell anyone about this." But the way that I'm crouched down and smiling,
it looks like you're having a nice conversation. It looks like
I'm saying, "Hi, honey.
Two squirrels talking.
How are you?"
Squirrels
so
talking.
if the mom saw or whatever, it would just look like I'm saying, "Hi, how are you, honey?" But what I'm saying is, "Listen up, you fat fuck.
Yeah.
You push my kid one more time." And I don't know. There's going to be a point where I'll stop that, obviously. Like, don't think when he gets
man.
older, that the mom is, because that's very embarrassing. So don't think that I'm going to be interfering all the time and saying like, leave my kid alone, because that can really ruin your career as a child.
Totally, because you've got to know what certain age that is, and then be like, all right, cool.
But right now, and he's so sweet and so, I don't know.
He's 2
2.
years old.
He's 2. So bigger kids can push him down.
And by the way, when we say bigger kids, we're saying not our own age. We're saying like the kid is like 5 or 6 years older in these cases.
Yeah. They can understand.
Oh, they can totally understand.
I feel that they will.
That's why I don't feel bad about it, because I know they can understand.
They can understand, and they will remember it. Do you know what I mean? You will remember that strange adult coming up to you and very creepily whispering in your face.
Because I had it as a kid.
Listen, kid.
Yeah.
Here's the deal.
Yep.
I will kill you and your whole family if you ever do that again. Do you know what I mean? And like,
you can't
with
say
a
I'm going to kill your whole family, but yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
That's a little aggressive, James.
Nobody's going to know.
That's a little aggressive.
No, but that's how aggressive. I mean, I get very protective and very much like, nope, we're not. I'm not that mom that's like, oh, let them work it out. I guess they're okay. I'm like, nope. No, we're not fighting.
So
we're not pushing.
Here's a funny anecdote. My parents sometimes listen to this show, and they were like, oh, they'll chime in about things they've heard, or hey, we called and we heard the show or whatever.
Yeah.
This story they don't actually know then that I'm about to tell. So as a kid, this happened to me. I was really good at sports. Some might say gifted.
Who?
A lot of people.
Name one person that said
Joe
gifted?
Montana. Joe Montana said that to me as a child.
Okay.
Dale Murphy said that to me. Muhammad Ali said that to me.
Carry on.
Before he passed away.
Carry on. Enough references.
Yeah, Michael Jordan said it a couple times, but in passing.
Sure.
But so as a kid, when this happened, when I was playing sports, I was playing baseball, and I get ready to go up to bat, and we're getting around like all-star time where you pick the all-stars for the baseball team. Well, you're up against people on your own team. So like this kid's dad was coaching, and he wanted his son to be the all-stars, and he didn't want me to do well. But the parents voted on it, so they didn't have a choice. So I'm getting ready to go up to bat, and my own coach, who's this kid's dad, and I was like, I want to say like 3rd or 4th grade. He just said to me, and he was like, hey, man, good luck up there. Don't strike out. Don't think about it too hard, okay? Just do what you can do, all right?
He's getting in your little tiny
Getting
brain?
in my head. He's my own coach. His kid was coming up to bat after me. And, like, mind you, I've had this quick wits for a long time. I remember vividly saying, I was like, wait, what the fuck did you say to me? And I think I was in 4th grade, and I said the word fuck. I did say that. Yeah, and I said, what the fuck did you say to me? And he goes, what? And he was shocked that I said the word fuck back to him. But, like, truthfully, it inspired me. And, like, I think I had, like, a triple or whatever. And I was amped about it. But I do remember. So I do remember his words. Yeah, because I was like, yeah. I was like, dude, you're not going to get in my head.
Okay.
Even in 4th grade, like, I was focused, and I felt it. And I was like, you're not getting in my head, asshole.
Yeah.
Like, crushed a triple.
And you remember it to this day. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yes. So, like, you do remember, but you also remember if you were being a dick. That's what I think, too, as a kid. Because we've had this conversation before. Yes. 3rd grade was when I made fun of that girl.
Yeah.
And my mom made me go apologize. Her mom called my mom that thing. I went to apologize to her, and I still remember how awful I was. I called her fat or something, overweight. And to this day, I still remember that. Still remember this girl. We're friends on Facebook, all that shit. But, like, it does stay with you forever. And, like, you realize as a kid I was being a dick.
You realize that?
Yeah, at the time when my mom sat me down and explained it to me, I was like,
know,
oh, all right,
I was
cool.
never a dick.
Never?
No, I was that fat girl. So anyway, go ahead.
No, were you?
That's why I have a winning personality, you guys. And that's a lesson to all you gals.
So if you were playing softball, which position would you have played?
If I was or when I did?
Oh, did you? Did you play it as a youth, as a child?
Yeah, I played. Yeah.
All right. How? What position did you play? For the audience, by the way.
What's a youth, like 6th grade?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was catcher.
Okay, so that right there defines your body type.
Right there.
Pretty quickly.
Right
yeah.
there.
It's like, oh, okay, cool.
And my sexual preference. I'm just joking.
I turned you
You
from being
turned-
gay
yep.
into a straight lady.
You turned me from a lesbian softball player.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah.
A
That's
lot
what you
of
do.
people have hearkened me to bring their kids back from the edge. No, but so as that little softball player, as that little catcher,
Yeah.
did people say awful shit to you?
No, I don't think they didn't say it to me. It was just a general, like, not really hanging out with. And so you got to work hard if you want people to talk to you.
Hey.
You could be like the fat, silent, weird kid, or you can be like, well, she's big, but she's okay. She's funny.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she's fun at a party or whatever.
Did
Like,
anybody ever say anything to you as a kid that you remember to this day?
listen,
like an
man,
adult?
I wasn't like that. I was just, I was chubby.
You didn't push
but, like-
anybody down. You weren't trying to assert your
Oh.
dominance.
Did I do anything like that?
Yeah. And
No.
where an adult whispered something to you like, hey.
No, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, do
Wow.
you remember it?
I do.
Because I just
That
wasn't.
happened.
There's two kinds of people. It's just like good people and, bad people. So I'm just telling you, like, I was good.
You were a good person. I was.
I was always that person that if anything was gonna happen, it was gonna happen to me. Like
Right.
somebody was gonna be mean to me. Maybe they weren't, but like, it was never gonna be like me trying to like ever.
An adult would
An adult would what?
say anything to you ever?
No, I'm telling.
Not one time.
I'm telling you, I don't remember it, and you're saying that you would remember, right?
No, I did. I do,
and
and
I
still
think because of the way that I'm talking to these kids,
do. Yeah.
and I've done it to a
Oh,
couple.
We're terrible people now.
Listen, I don't know, man. I don't know. maybe you'll hear differently. I don't know, but I
here's what
think
I think
that
the kids will
when you're,
grow up and realize they were being little dicks, just like I did, and then you'll be like, all right, cool.
I think.
So I'm good with that. Like if somebody ever said something to to our child like that, I'd be like, oh, that's pretty funny.
I would just hope that he would never be in that position,
I
right?
know,
That
where
you
he's
would
a
be
little
that
dickhead.
much
Yeah.
of a dick at a certain age that another parent would have to come up to you and say, "Hey, big gal,
Yeah.
why don't you fuck?" Yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know, but maybe we are. We might be, and also I don't give a fuck. Like I'm still gonna do it. Like
Yeah.
it happens. It comes up in me, and I'm like, "Hey, you fucking kidding me?" I think I said that to a kid the other. Are you joking me? You gotta be kidding me, right? Or something, and it just like looks like I'm playing and having fun, and I'm telling this kid to kill himself.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. But I will say this, like, because a lot of people ask, like, hey, being married, having a kid, obviously it changes your lifestyle.
Yes.
It changes your partying
Yes,
habits.
yes.
Not because we get a babysitter once a week. We go out. We have date nights, and then we go to usually somebody else's house, and for a child's party or somebody else's birthday party, so the kids can play together and all that stuff. I don't mind it, because we get along obviously.
Yeah.
We love our child.
Yeah.
I enjoy it, but there's a lot of parents at these things that fucking hate it.
That hate it, and
They hate their kids. They hate going to these parties, and you can just tell they're miserable.
they're miserable there. But like, I don't know if I hate to speak before we're at a certain point, but these people have 2 kids. They're at a certain age. They're older. So we have
two
like
should be your max though. 3, you're playing zone defense. You're not man
You're
to
not
man
invited.
anymore.
You're
Yeah,
not invited.
that's 3's too much. Like
God.
you overdid that as a parent.
one of
and-
my good, like a couple of my good friends have 3 kids.
I know.
but
so
I can't. I'm not going to really
Tristan,
go
one of my
there.
best friends,
yeah,
has got 3
yeah.
kids.
It's
That's
tough.
too much, and I told him it
It's
was too
tough.
much. I was
It's
like,
tough.
hey, that's too much. 3's too much.
So it's hard for me when moms are just like, oh my God,
Under 2
get
kids,
them
yeah.
away from me so I can party.
Yeah, yeah.
It's hard for me not.
2 kids and under, you should be fine. 3 and
I
over, then I
think-
get that conversation.
Yes, of like, just get me out of the house without the kids. If it's another kid's birthday party, and I think that's the other thing too, is that once you have a kid through the years, their dance card gets full.
Real full.
Where you're like, every weekend going to 2 or 3, 4 or 5 birthday parties. Kids' birthday parties. Some are cool, some aren't, whatever, but you're just like, oh my God, I just want to go to an adult birthday party. So I get that a little bit. But for us right now, I just love it.
I don't mind it.
I love it, but I can't assume.
But I think it depends on your
outlook.
In your relationship. If you're happy in your relationship, you're happy with your
because
child.
we could drink and check on him, and I mean that. Like I said, that's the golden ticket or whatever it is. Like
it's great.
Of a place where you can drink and your kids can hang out with other kids. I mean that we're searching for that every weekend, basically. And so when you find
there's nothing like to me that's fun. And when you live near your friends and all that shit, it's fun. Like whenever I fly in El Paso, I usually stay at Jared's house. He's got 2 kids. They're always running around. Like, there's always people over there with their kids. Like, it's a fucking fun house over at Jared's house, and it's a fun time. Like
and
as much as we kid him about it,
the Sandlot?
Their dogs should go to Siberia. Like those should have been.
His wife texted me that you said that their dogs are like the dogs from Sandlot.
Yeah, it's like the fucking dog. It's like Hercules. It's like the dog from Sandlot. And I was like,
that's awesome.
I think they rescued him from Michael Vick, like the Michael Vick estate. Like they have to be locked in cages. Like it's a lot. There's a lot going on with those dogs.
Yeah.
And it's too much.
If
your dog has to. Here's the thing: if your dog's got to stay in a 5x5 foot cage all day long, and then the second they get out, you're like, oh my God, cover your hands.
Don't look him in the eyes.
Yeah,
Don't look him in the eyes.
Cover your hands.
Don't let anyone near him. He needs about 20 minutes to himself.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
That's the little too much. Like if you can't enjoy your own dog to where it's got to be caged, like you might as well just go down to the zoo and stare at the fucking bears for an hour out of your day. Like, 30 minutes, whatever. Like, throw some food in.
Yeah.
Pretend, that you have an animal.
At this party, too, like, while I'm inside talking to the women, which, if any girls listen to the show, it's hard. It's sometimes hard to find.
We have a lot of women listen to the show, by the way.
Okay, it's hard to find those moms that are moms like you are, where you're just like, I don't want to do small talk. I'm horrible at it. Like, I want to graduate to medium talk, like, as soon as I see you.
Medium talk? Who talks like that? Who talks in medium talk?
Larry David. Anyway, so medium talk. So I don't want to be like, what part of town do you live in? What kind of dog do you have? I want to be like,
what's up,
how is your guys' relationship? You guys fucking or is it once a week? Is it are we doing once every 3 months? Talk to me, girlfriend. Let's really get into this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's shovel some snow, take some rails. Like
wow.
No. Obviously, I mean, come on. I'm not unless
Jesus, could you imagine?
Had it. I know, right?
I do enjoy though when you walk up to other people like super pristine moms and they're like, hi, how are you?
What'd you do this weekend?
Yes, I lied. What'd you say last time?
I just shoveled some snow.
Lying low.
Yeah, laying low, just shoveling some snow and taking some shots of whiskey till I black out. What's up? You going to Airly this weekend?
I think the girl was like, where was it snowing this weekend? And you were like,
were you in Utah? Oh,
never mind.
Get me out of this fucking shit.
Yeah, and I think I overheard you.
Get your kid out of my face.
Yeah, I was like, are you quoting Bloodline to people? Like, are you quoting obscure
like, babe, I gotta do. I'm like,
Bloodline on Netflix.
I'm like, babe, I have to do what I have to do. Like, I can't sit here and have another conversation about which preschool you guys are going to. Like, I'm telling you right now, I do not give a fuck. And I know there's a lot of moms out there who don't. It's like, let's just fucking talk. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, look, I medium talk or anything above
Anyways,
is fine.
While I'm inside talking to the moms, you will sometimes be hanging out with the dudes, doing what I don't question. But what were you doing? Like, what were you doing at the last party? Because you guys were gone for...
Oh, we played basketball.
Oh.
We played fucking horse out in the driveway.
Wait, with grown men or with kids?
No, grown-ass men, all of our age.
Okay.
And we played horse. I'm an electric basketball player. Some call me Larry Legend. The hit from French Lick.
Name one person that called you that.
Look, again, Michael Jordan in passing said that to me. Kobe Bryant said it like on a cocktail napkin that he slid across a bar.
boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
A lot of
boy.
people know my basketball skills. And did I tell you the fucking dad cheated? Like, I'm out there for an hour just draining threes.
Was it like a joke or was it?
that's what we thought. There was 5 of us playing, and like that's the other thing about going to these adult parties is it gets intense when you get into some form of competition, and like we're playing horse, and I'm lighting it up. Okay. I look back and I kept asking this guy, I was like, how many letters do you have? Because it was just down to 2 of us. I'd knocked out everybody else, down to 2 of us. He's like, oh, just got H in the O, still haven't gotten that R yet. And I was like, in what fucking world? Like, I've hit 8 out of 10. How many letters? Like, it's horse. It's not like hoarseness or horsing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or,
my God.
wild horses. Like, it's just...
And
it's
nobody,
just
like,
simple.
he wasn't making, like, like, joking.
No, 'cause here's
it
the
was
other
like,
thing.
this is his victory for the fucking night.
The other dads didn't want to step in.
Take it away from
they didn't want to
him?
have any confrontation.
Oh, kill yourself.
Because it was a neighborhood dad that lived in their neighborhood, but I don't live in that fucking
we're
neighborhood.
walking on
Yeah, we don't-
eggshells with the horse cheater?
Yeah.
Jesus.
We're walking on eggshells
Whoa!
with
We're
a fucking
walking-
horse cheater. So
And we're kind of okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I called him out. I was like, hey, man, how many letters you have? And like every single time, and I was like, what the fuck? But here's what happened. I got overconfident, and I was like, cool. Why don't you stay on that same letter for the next 30 fucking shots that I make, and I'll still beat you.
Oh, boy.
And then it came down to the last one. We both had S, even though this guy at this point had fucking, the words horse race track, like,
Yeah. It was like
on it. I'm so angry now I can barely
Horse stable.
I can barely speak about it.
I know. Wow. You need to calm down. Take a breath.
And he beat me. Technically.
Whoa.
He didn't really beat me. So afterwards, like,
Was
he was
he
like
gloating about it?
he's sweating. Dude, he's fucking sweating like Patrick Ewing from the free throw line at a game 7 in the 4th quarter. And like, because literally, I was making so many shots that I was like, what the fuck is going on out here? And he was like, gotcha, at the end of it. And I was like, all the dads just kind of looked at him like, this fucking guy.
Oh,
so we go into the house, and
Right.
after, we were out there for like an hour, and I was like, man, I corralled the other dad, and I was like, hey, man, this motherfucker, like, we all know this, right? This motherfucker cheated at horse. Like, he cheated at horse. And they were like, oh, yeah. And I was
that
like,
makes me sad.
I
for
kept calling him out every time. I was like, you guys said nothing. And they were like, he's just kind of like that. And I was like, and you guys put up with
like
that
all the
shit?
time?
Yeah.
Gross.
Gross.
Kill yourself.
Yeah.
If that's your big, like, victory, if that's the thing that you need to do to feel better about yourself, is cheat at a game of horse
Yeah.
with some dads at a children's birthday party.
I know.
Kill yourself.
Yeah.
Your life is not. That's ridiculous.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But we had a good chuckle about it inside. And like
Well,
the guy, I
whatever.
will say this, because it gets cliquey at these parties too. I think
With
that
the guys?
Yeah, with guys and
Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we've all got our little crews and shit.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Alliances.
yeah, and he was. let's just say this: he was not part of our
He was not
alliance.
part of your
No, if it was
alliance.
Survivor, that motherfucker would have
Yeah.
got voted out first.
Voted off the island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we kind of ostracized him a little bit, and not only that,
Yeah,
but
he was definitely like off to the corner. Like when you guys told me what happened, he was the one that was kind of not hanging out with you.
No, and he's drenched in sweat because he's
Still,
trying to.
even inside the air-conditioned place, like he was one of those like gray hair, gray goatee,
Yeah.
real sweaty. Like he had maybe been shoveling snow
No, or he was trying to beat me in horse with 19 letters.
and just got real nervous
Yeah.
for the rest of the night.
Yeah, so I think he
again.
knew and he realized it and was like, hey.
Again, end it.
Yeah.
End it all.
End it all. Let me
Sorry,
ask you this,
I'm
since
chewing.
we're this is for the audience. On the show, long time, first time. It's we had a conversation about having, for our 100th episode, having a couple of strangers having sex on air. Do you remember ever hearing any of those episodes?
Yes, I heard the episodes.
Okay. You'll also remember that I specifically called out a mattress company, Casper Mattress, and I said, hey,
Oh my
maybe somebody out there from like Casper Mattress, if they're listening, maybe they can donate like a mattress for us, like a nice king to put in the middle so we can have these strangers have sex. Well, we put out a thing on the air and we were just like, look, submit it through the Drinkin' Bros podcast fan page on Facebook. And the couples, like the guys and the girls, submitted to have strangers having sex on air for our 100th episode. We didn't hear back from Casper Mattress.
I don't even want to ask if you guys are really going to do it, but go ahead.
This is episode 65, so we still got a ways. We still got a ways to think about it.
Okay.
But we're getting closer, and we did hear back from the people of Casper, and this is a rarity on Drinkin' Bros. We don't ever go middle of the show sponsor, but we got Casper Mattresses. Casper is a sleep brand that created one perfect mattress sold directly to consumers, eliminating commission-driven inflating prices. Its award-winning sleep surface was developed in-house, has a sleek design, is delivered in a small, how the fuck did they do that size box? In addition to the mattress, Casper also offers an adaptive pillow and soft, breathable sheets, just like that couple who was having sex. The quality, look, it's in-house engineers that spent thousands of hours developing Casper. It combines springy latex, which we love.
Yeah, the liquid just rolls right off, you guys.
And it's supported memory foams for a sleep surface that's got, it's just got the right amount of sink, you know? It's just the right amount of bounce.
I love a good sink.
It's got a breathable design, sleeps, it cools you down, it regulates your temperature throughout the night. Look, most mattresses often cost about $1,500. Casper's making mattresses. It's $500 for a twin bed mattress, $600 for a twin XL. That's a Jared. $750 for a full Jared, like when he's eating like 3 Jimmy Johns a day. $850 for a queen, $950 for a king. That's it.
Holy shit.
Convenience. Buying a Casper mattress is completely risk-free. Casper offers free delivery, free returns with a 100 nights home trial. So you can sleep on it. We could
do whatever.
You could have sex on this mattress for 100 consecutive nights and then turn it back in. If you don't love it, they'll pick it up and refund you everything. Casper understands the importance of truly sleeping on a mattress before you commit, especially considering you're going to spend about a third of your life on it. Is that true? Do you spend about a third of your life on your mattress? Maybe you do.
Yeah, for sure you do.
Maybe you do.
For sure you do.
Maybe you do. Look, Casper is an obsessively engineered mattress at a shockingly fair price. It combines the springy latex and the Femry Moams. It creates an award-winning sleep surface and fuck surface, for those strangers to come on the show for our 100th.
Yeah, boy.
Time magazine named it one of the best inventions of 2015. That's no lie. That's why I asked for this goddamn mattress a few months ago when we were talking about it.
It's also made in America, you guys.
It is. It's now the most awarded mattress of the decade. Free shipping and returns to U.S. and Canada. Try Casper for 100 nights risk-free in your own home. If you don't love it, they'll come and pick it up, refund you everything. Made in America. And you know what? If you use the offer code Drinkin' Bros, you get $50 off. That shit, dude, you can get a king for $900. God, that's kind of amazing. So Casper
Dude.
could be our mattress for this sex episode if you and Jared's wife let this go down. Matt and Rocco's side, we're good. We're cleared on that.
I bet.
It's two perfect strangers having sex on a Casper mattress.
Look, I don't fucking care about that. I've got time. I've got time to tell you.
You've got 35 episodes.
I've got time to say no.
Here's what I think we should do is people, if you go and buy these mattresses on Casper.com /Drinkin' Bros, type them in, call them, tell them you want to see the 100th episode of Drinkin' Bros where we have sex on a Casper mattress. Maybe they'll give us 2 of them. We can have 2 couples going at it at the same time for the full hour. What do you think about that? Just 2 strangers.
Anyway, so are we getting a Casper though? Because I know so. Casper. Like, you can say all that stuff, but like I know what you're talking about.
I know, it's the jam. It's the jam.
Yeah,
the
and
best.
I'm a podcast lover, so
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know they were that cheap. Yeah.
When Casper comes calling, you fucking made it,
So
dude.
that's what I'm saying. So if they donate the bed for the 100th episode for two strangers to make love on, can we do it?
You're wanting an answer right now?
Yes. If Casper gives us a mattress, gives us a free king mattress.
If I get one for my house,
Yeah.
as well as the donated one.
You want the mattress that the people fucked on?
No, I want two. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would need one. I would need one for my house in this deal.
Yeah.
But if I get a Casper mattress for my new mattress at home.
Oh, boy. Dude, we should bombard the Casper website and just say, look, or their Facebook page. Tell them for the 100th for Drinkin' Bros, we want to have the live sex show. This has got to go down. This has got to go down. It's strangers. That's what makes it. And here's the thing. We're not going to be like really critiquing them the whole time. Like, it's just going to be going on as we're doing the show.
Mm-hmm.
We might pop in from time to time and comment on their positions or what they're getting into, but
Yeah, man.
for a Casper mattress, like that seems pretty fair, I think.
Yeah. Like I'm saying, though.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
For the 100th episode, we get a Casper King over to the Patterson household. We'll do it. We'll have strangers having sex on air.
Go ahead. Fuck, I don't care.
Yeah.
Do I fucking care?
No, you don't care. You don't care.
Okay.
I'm not fucking him, so
Here's what I care about.
Yeah. Like, I can't.
Getting my own fucking Casper mattress, okay? If I get that, you guys can fucking freak off all over Circle Jerk. I don't give a fuck.
Freak off? Did you say freak
You gonna
off?
freak off?
Who talks like that?
Okay.
Animals talk like that. You're gonna freak off.
Open invitation to Michael Rappaport.
Oh, yeah.
Come on the show.
That's
a Rappaport
I would love to have
quote.
Rappaport on here. I would love to
Holy
have a Rappaport on here.
Shit. I don't know if you, would you have
Big fan.
everyone and Rappaport, or would it just be
Yeah, who are you
and Rappaport?
By the way, you're a huge podcast listener.
I am.
Who's the rest of your jams? I know you like Michael Rappaport. I am Rappaport.
I do. I love it.
You've been getting into Rogan lately.
I have. Rogan's kind of grown on me.
Marin was your first, right? Was that
He
your
was
first?
my first, and I think he was the first for a lot of people. You have to.
He was.
If you're into podcasts, you have to
100%.
give it up to
Yep.
Marin and Adam Carolla. I'm not super into Adam Carolla.
I'm not
super into it.
I've never liked Adam Carolla's
But
voice.
he is a godfather, and if you do
He is.
you have to know that he has saved your guys' asses a couple times
Oh, yeah.
from patent trolls and stuff, and he started the whole
Yeah.
thing,
Him and Marin,
basically.
for sure, to me, are the godfathers of it.
Yeah.
A lot of people say Comedy Bang Bang. I don't think if you don't know them, that it doesn't count to me. Like, I didn't know fucking Comedy Bang. Like, fuck those guys. Marin was the one where I was like, oh. Like, I knew Mark Marin from back in the stand-up days.
Yeah.
Like, he's been doing it, I did stand-up for 7-8 years. He's been doing it for 50. Like, that guy.
stand up.
Yeah, I think he's probably
yeah.
been doing it since he was 8 years old. But, yeah, he was an OG. Is there any other new ones you're listening to?
I listen to Sword and Scale.
What is Sword and Scale?
Sword and Scale is a true crime podcast.
Oh, that's right. You like true crimes.
I love true crimes. I love murder. I love finding out how you do it. I want to
Yeah.
let you know if it ever goes down, I know how to get away with it. If you happen to step out of line.
By the way, the People versus O.J. Simpson.
Yes.
Which you were a huge, huge fan of.
Huge fan.
The Emmys came out.
Oh, no.
They just dominated. Absolutely dominated.
Oh, for sure, dude. Everybody on that show was killed it.
People versus O.J. Simpson, 22 nominations they got.
Holy fuck, deserved, I think.
22 nominated. Even Cuba Gooding Jr. got nominated for O.J. We're a huge fan of that on Drinkin' Bros, that show.
He grew on
I'm
me.
amped about that. Game of Thrones got 23 nominations today. People versus O.J. got 22. You just gave an to Game of Thrones. Nobody... Again, this is why we don't have women on the show that much.
Sorry.
You know, you're worried about getting cigar smoke on you. You don't. And Game of Thrones. Look,
No.
it's the only thing I like dinklage in, and I get 9,000 dinklage posts a fucking day. By the way, if you're out there and you're thinking about pressing send to me on a Peter Dinklage pic, I've seen them all. Unless you have him holding his penis with a chainsaw over it and a poodle on the other, we've seen the dinklage. I've seen them all. I'm good on it. Send him to Jared. He loves them. he really gets true joy out of that. So just go ahead and send him to him. Send him to his personal Instagram. He loves that. So hit him up with the Dinklage pics. But yeah, OJ crushed it. Game of Thrones crushed it, which I'm amped about. And I know you love these little crime dramas.
Yeah.
And you and Jared share a similar one with who's the little girl, the Ramsey.
Oh my God, I can't believe you're even
JBR.
John Benet Ramsey.
Yeah, JBR.
Yeah. Well, it's all about the pineapple in the stomach. It's all about the brother's psyche. I mean,
yeah. What was the thing with the pineapple in the stomach? Did they do an autopsy or something?
Yes, and they found that the exact time that she had eaten pineapple. So when they were saying we put her to bed at this time, that is not true unless the brother got her up in the middle of the night
and fed her pineapple.
Lured her out of bed with some pineapple maybe or whatever.
Some pineapple slices?
I don't know what it was, man. Could have been fucking cubes. I'm not
You think the brother killed her, right?
Yes, for sure.
Okay. That's what Jared said too.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
That fat fuck knows what he's talking
Yeah, he
about.
does. He does.
So I think he might know what he's talking about. But yeah, I absolutely think the brother, and I think everybody knows that. I would love for them to do a big like people versus OJ thing where people are like, holy shit, the brother did do it because they just need to go through the facts.
That'll be on this fall on CBS. They are going to do that. I believe it's going to be 6 or 7. OJ was 10. I think this is going to be 6 or 7. But I think they're 2 hours. Some are 2 hours apiece. So it's going to be a huge.
Shit, I'm
yeah.
So
I know.
into
I know
one.
you're into that.
Oh, the ransom note, you guys. Do you remember the ransom note?
The JBR ransom note?
That clearly the mother wrote. Where it was like, we need $110,000, which is her husband's exact bonus.
Christmas bonus, right? Yeah.
But also, who asked for 110,000? I mean, you're in a state of shock. Your child just killed your other kid. You're like not thinking.
I could see Rocco asking for an exact amount like that. Where he's just like, I need 118,000. It's like, why do you fucking need that? He's like, bro, it's the rest of my like mortgage or something. Yeah.
He doesn't want any more, any less. He just
wants
what he needs. For like to get by.
And since they're not here and they can't defend themselves,
we'll just say whatever the fuck we want about them.
Yeah, they don't
love them.
They're doing great for the world. And happy birthday to Rocco, by the way.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's partying in Dallas.
Happy birthday,
he's throwing a
buddy.
big party in Dallas. And we love him. I was thinking about him last night. We watched the ESPYs last night.
We did.
We did. John Cena hosted. I thought it should have been The Rock. Obviously for Rocco, which is why I was thinking about him. I was surprised that it was John Cena, not
really
The Rock,
surprised
hosting. But he was pretty good.
He was pretty good. I was not surprised only because I've seen him trying to get into this hosting world and the Today Show and stuff like that. But I was surprised
He's growing on me.
that
John
he
Cena's
handled it.
Yeah.
Because on the Today Show, listen, you guys, he's good, but he bumbles around a little bit. He's a huge bumbling guy.
He's a gigantic
guy.
Yeah.
So when he's trying to get around the Today Show set and he's just like messing stuff up, but he's really kind of endearing.
Those girls are like glass figurines too that he's working with. They're real tiny and real dainty.
Real tiny. Well, I mean, anyone in the hosting world, I feel like is. So for him to be
they're little tiny
that
dancers.
Big of a guy trying to get into, like a morning news show, which it looks like he kind of wants to do. It's a little bit unheard of, right?
Yeah.
But he did awesome, and I was not rooting against him, but I was really surprised that he did it, and surprised to see that people embraced him doing it.
Yeah.
Very weird.
He was good. God damn, how many times did I tear up last night?
Oh my God! Don't even talk to me.
It was a lot. I
get
caught up in the magic of it. I love sports.
Yeah, anything sports. With me, it's dads. Anything dads. With you, it's anything sports. So like any inspirational sports thing. And you won't actually get a tear to come out. Like, I'm going to say that. Like, a tear does not come out, but it gets really close.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like in the book. It's like in A Night She Cries While You Rides the Steed. It's if I do cry, it's one tear. It's a PMT.
One tear, and I've never
It's a powerful
seen it.
motherfucking tear.
I've never seen it.
It's a PMT.
Mm-hmm.
And you will never see it. It's kind of I'm a lot like Denzel in Glory. Like there will come a point where you see that one tear. But goddamn, it's gonna take something strong.
Yeah, and your facial expressions are not going to change.
Yeah.
It's gonna literally just come out of an unblinked eye, down the cheek, without you even moving a muscle.
But you make fun of me all the time for getting caught up in the drama surrounding sports.
So much drama.
There is not that much. There's a lot of magic in sports. There's a lot of magic.
There's a lot of money being thrown
There
around,
is. There
which
is.
equals a lot of drama. There's a lot of pageantry, which equals a lot of ridiculousness. What do you want me to say? I mean, I actually think a lot of drinking bros will be on my side in this because I'm sorry, I find that there's a good amount of drinking bros that aren't super into sports.
Yeah,
there are some that are, but
that's a fair assessment. Like
even the guys on the show,
Jared's not a sport. Yeah,
they don't care. They're kind of like, I sort of follow, but they're not like die hard.
Right.
So when you're really into it and you're watching ESPN or SportsCenter every day, it sort of seems to me every time we turn it on, it's like basically the newscaster might as well be saying, "Hey guys, did you hear?" And then they have some story about who's like beating which wife, who's moving from what team for what amount of money, and who's pissed, what happened in this locker room about this girlfriend taping this. And it's like, it's a lot of drama. Now,
there's a lot of things that go on in the world.
But you can speak to this maybe. So I think it's come with our new reality TV culture,
yes,
where we're obsessed with that, and it's turned sports a little bit into a reality TV. Where Namath, for example, days, Namath was fucking doing some hardcore shit, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was worse than
well,
Johnny
they
Football.
Weren't, you know what? They weren't worried about their brands back then because there wasn't shit to catch it. So,
but
like
they
last
didn't
night
have to.
Exactly. And like last night on the ESPYs, you and I, at the same moment, one of the guys from the Cleveland Cavaliers who won the NBA championship videotaped himself on Snapchat over and over and over all throughout the night, even going up to on stage everywhere. And it was like, he's glued into this phone, and it's like, bro, you were literally accepting an award right now, and you're on your fucking phone. Like, I think it's the culture that we're in, and I don't necessarily like it. I like the old school. Are you sure?
Because you will tell me, like, did you hear? You tell me about the drama in the same way.
Only if it's something like the guy from the D'Angelo Russell from the Lakers.
Yeah, that like taping
a thing with Iggy Azalea. Yeah, the guy who was engaged to Iggy Azalea.
Who's the Patriot that's on trial? Like,
oh boy!
I mean, you guys.
By the way, God, I'm gonna bring this up. I mean, you're gonna win the night with this one. The guy who he taped on the phone, D'Angelo Russell. He taped his teammate talking about
I know that
all the
one.
girls he's
I
cheating
love the
on.
drama. I love the drama.
Do you know they got split up? They were engaged. They actually got split up because after she listened to that tape, she goes, "Fuck, wait a minute. The house we moved into together, we had security camera footage. They had never." She was like, "But they don't have any break-ins. They never had any problems. There's no reason to check the footage." So he's trying to win her back for the last 2 months, and it dawns on her like, "All right, well, I'm out of town a lot traveling. Like, I wonder if there's any security cam footage."
Yeah, because it's like
Turns
one
out,
guy's story.
Shit ton of him walking in with other girls, fucking them in their house. And she saw it
naked, running on a handmail floor.
Yeah. So she ended it from the security cam footage.
Oh, so the phone call wasn't good enough for her? Girl, please.
No. So
like, that's her.
But
Fuck her.
She had the shit moved out the next day.
She needed literally. That's what's fucking stupid to me. See? And now I can get into the drama of sports. See?
Of sports.
So, like, my drama is she needed to see video.
Look.
Come on, dude. That recording in Lake, I don't know why that happened.
All right, so
I don't know why that happened.
Yeah, I don't either. It was really fucked up.
But she had that, and then the world is looking at her like, "Girl, are you going to?" And she's like, "Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see it with my own eyes." It's like, you're a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Leave.
But
Have a little self-respect. You're fucking Iggy Azalea, dude.
I know.
Practice what you
she
fucking
can have any black.
preach.
She can have any black guy she wants.
But listen, also, sure, she could.
Anyone.
Any larger white woman can. But anyway, what?
Yeah. Stop right
Who?
there. She is.
So
I don't know if that ass is real on her. That seems like it might have been a fake ass.
it's fat transfer. We've been through this. It's not
But
fake.
the audience doesn't know. So what?
Okay, so
what
it's-
is your theory on girls?
so
white
the
girls
girl-
with fat asses?
So the white girls with fat asses, I'm outing it right here. So when people ask them, "Do you have ass implants?" they can, without lying, say, "No, I do not." But what they did have was a thing called fat transfer. So when they go off for a while and they get a little bit chubby, they go to a doctor that transfers all of that fat that they've gained in their stomach or in their whatever, and they transfer it to their ass. So when you see these women, Kim Kardashian, things like this, that you're like, that can't be real.
Yeah.
That's a white person. Like, there's no way. Here's the deal. It's not real, but it's their body. It's not an implant. So they can, without lying, say, "I have not had any implants." Like,
Wow.
so
Because I've always wondered. You see, like,
because it does look, you're like, damn, it doesn't look like an implant, right? It just looks like weird.
well, it's weird because they have skinny waists and then huge
Yes.
fat
And
ass.
so
and
I'm
you're
sorry,
like,
I'm going to tell you right now,
all right.
that's impossible.
Okay.
There's
okay.
no way that you can work out. Anyone
Look,
that works
you heard
out
it from
can
a lady
tell
on the
you.
show here first, kids. Yeah, you
You're
can't
welcome.
get this on any other show.
You're welcome,
You
motherfuckers.
can't get inside. You can't get insight like this on any other show.
Yeah, because you guys wouldn't care about talking about it.
We would.
Okay.
Yeah, we definitely would.
Okay.
Who doesn't love a fat ass in life? You know what I'm saying?
True.
But by the way, going back to sports.
Yeah.
Your point about the phones and social media and all that shit didn't exist. I liked it better. I did. Like Magic, all that shit.
Yes.
I remember when Magic came out and said he had
Yeah.
AIDS, I was genuinely shocked where I was like,
There's no way
What?
today. There's no way today that anyone would be able to do a press conference in that way and reveal anything that someone didn't know. So that's what I liked, and it was about the sports.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so now with everything,
And I didn't want to know.
No,
I don't want to know that much about
you
my
want to see
athletes.
Namath on his like pimp ass bear rug
Yeah.
with his martini, and you want to be like, man, he's a classy guy. Meanwhile, he's doing rails.
Oh
off
no!
some
Well,
chick's
he got
ass,
like, popped, so he went on TV drunk on TV.
Yeah, but that was
on ESPN.
By the way,
on
that was
camera,
after.
and just said, yeah. But he
That
was
was
like
after.
60 something, but whatever.
No, I know. But
But-
his day,
In his day, he could get away with that.
He did some fucked up shit
Yeah.
too, but he couldn't get away with it. And so he actually crossed over into like,
I know.
He was still living like nobody knows what
Nobody
Namath
knows.
is
Yeah,
up to,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And he got outed, where it's like he could have lived his whole life back in the day up until 60, whatever. He could have been drunk on some show. It wouldn't have been broadcast everywhere. It just would have been like Namath being fucking Namath, you know?
Classic
And
Namath.
I love that.
Classic Namath.
I love that. So when
I
I
know.
say you guys are into the drama, that's what I mean. And anyone who watches ESPN or SportsCenter agrees with me when they're like, God, are we hearing about another lawsuit, or someone's getting suspended for something other than sports? Like
Right.
you're getting suspended for something other than you've done on the field. That's fucking ridiculous to me.
So who is your favorite athlete, by the way?
I would have to say Derek Jeter.
It's Jeter, right?
It's Jeter.
You're a
I
huge
played.
Yankees fan,
I'm
yeah.
a huge Yankees fan. Sorry, you just lost 20,000 more. Probably more
No,
listeners.
probably not.
I don't know if anyone cares,
People
but
like
I
the
would
Yankees.
just say it's probably the same reason that you like Kobe. It's like he fucking plays his heart out. He's a broken down man at 32 or however 35, whatever. He
Kobe
was.
or Jeter?
Jeter, he was at 32, 35 because he went fucking hard.
He went hard. I think Jeter. I want to say.
When did his leg fall off?
Yeah,
Can you tell me?
I think it was around 37.
It was around 37.
37,
well, baseball
38.
and baseball
And his leg,
years,
his
though-
leg literally broke off in like a routine grounder where it was like,
Oh man, it was
you
one of
played
those things. I
10,000
think I was
games.
watching it with my dad, and we were like, his leg just fell off his
Yeah,
body.
off his
Like
body,
it literally
yeah,
just fell
off
off
his body.
in something
Same with
totally
Kobe.
normal. Same with Kobe. And I
Kobe,
will say, but that's what happened to them because they went so fucking hard. I mean, he jumped into the stands. He dove for every ball, no matter what. Like, he could have let it go by like every other person. He could have, like, not jumped 6 feet in the air. Like, and...
You know how he's healing those wounds right now?
With a lot of fucking bitches or what?
No, just one singular bitch. Hannah Davis. She was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, the swimsuit model.
Okay.
She's been on a couple of them.
He's always into boring ass models.
That
was my only problem with him. Like,
she's
I would
27.
love for him to be. He might be boring in real
I think
life.
she's like 27, maybe.
Get it, dude. Get it.
So they're married now. They just got married last weekend.
Get it. Maybe she, you know.
Look, she won the sweepstakes. You know, he used to.
I'm not going to be all down on models. She could be fucking rad. She could be rad. Dude.
You know, he used to give gift bags out. Two women that he slept with.
Yeah.
He would give them a gift bag. In that gift bag was a signed Derek Jeter baseball when they left his New York apartment in the morning.
This is part of the reason why he's my favorite player.
Yeah,
like that fucking move is just and he never really did anything in the public eye that was
here's the
too
thing.
weird.
That didn't come out until, maybe his last year playing when it was like, oh, fuck. What's your favorite Jeter story? And then somebody said that and it was just like, oh, shit, man.
That's great, man.
Because there was no, social media still wasn't that prevalent. He didn't fucking use it. So it was like, at the time when he was playing. So it was like, oh, great. You never knew. And I enjoyed that. And like hearing stories like that.
Oh, yeah. When there's rumors about you that aren't corroborated, like that's when you know you're like an enigma, a legend. Like nobody's going to come out and straight say it on ESPN or whatever.
Or you would have to run into them in person back in the day to find out that it's true. Like,
to be like, man, I saw him at this fucking thing.
I told you when I was doing, grad school at NYU, I, was out raging at a club Friday nights, 3:30 in the morning. Jeter is there with probably about 6 or 7 Yankees. It's 3:30 a.m. at a club. They're drinking. I'm drinking. I bump into him. I turn. I'm like, oh shit! I just bumped into Derek Jeter, and he gave me like a nod of like, hey, I will say this.
Did you get lost in his eyes?
Not only did I get lost in his eyes for a second, but he gave me a look of like, hey, bro, this is my fucking city, right? Like you're
clearly not.
You're a college kid.
Yeah.
I am the fucking mayor. And I was like, oh shit. Like I didn't even. Not only that, but like I didn't even think about it. Because like usually, like in that type of situation, you fly off the handle. Some guy's kind of mean mugging you. It was Jeter.
You're a young guy.
It was Jeter. Yeah, and I was like, oh fuck. I was like,
he just shut you down like Gene Vandenham in fucking range 15.
Exactly.
He was like, oh, you got lost in my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he didn't have to say any words. I didn't say any words, and I was like, oh shit. And I think I even apologized. Like I think I even said, oh my god, I'm sorry. And I think he bumped into me. Like I was like, oh my god, I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry.
That's the Jeter magic.
That's
like
the Jeter.
He will bump into you and you will apologize, and that's the fucking deal.
Yeah,
I love
it is.
him.
So I called my buddy, who a huge gambler. He had a bookie and all that shit, and I was like, hey man, you're not gonna believe this, but I literally ran into Derek Jeter at the club. 6 or 7 Yankees are with him.
3:30 in the morning.
3:30 in the morning.
Drinking.
Yeah, they had a 12:30 afternoon day game on a Saturday. So I called and I said, dude, bet the house against the Yankees. Like they're literally like I had left before them, so I didn't even know what fucking time they left. Not only did they play the next day, Jeter included, and Jeter, I think
night game.
No, day game.
Holy.
So you're looking at. Because he probably had to be at the ballpark at like 10 a.m., something like that, for a 12:30 game. Or maybe they just let him drive and show up and play. I don't know how that worked. But
they let him drive.
Either way, Yankees won 2-0. I think Jeter went like 3 for 4, and I was like, oh my God.
You bet your ass he did.
I remember, so I am, and because I'm hungover as a college kid in my dorm watching the game, and I'm like, dude, this motherfucker is in prime physical condition out there playing like this, and it was hot. It was like 100-degree day in New York City. It was like, oh my God, true pimp, legend of the game. Derek Jeter, I will always give it to.
I just like people like Kobe too that just like give it like they will not.
Yeah, so
they will not let it be just like, oh, that ball went by, or I sort of tried. Like it's every single second.
So since we're talking about it, I will admit this to the audience. Last time I cried. You were not there. I watched Kobe's last game. Because it was a 10:30. We were on the East Coast.
Oh man,
It was a 10:30 game.
Yeah.
You went to sleep. I stayed up and watched Kobe's last game.
Mm-hmm.
And I was there. I was in LA like a week before, and I got to see one of the games against LeBron before. Stayed up and watched Kobe's last game. He dropped 60 with all of the emotion, every single ounce of him.
Went out on top, right?
Yeah. And when the crowd started going nuts for him and he walked off the court, I started crying.
I would have totally like that.
That
kind
was the
of
last time I
shit.
cried. I got teared up because
Yes.
Kobe was an idol of mine.
Yes.
Watched, I was living in LA during basically his entire career. So I watched every game like it was a home game. Went to the games all the time. Like shit. My very first job in Los Angeles was I was working at Staples Center. I was a waiter for the luxury boxes. So I literally grew up with Kobe. When he dropped 60 with all he had in him, because that was like a big part of my life that was gone.
Yeah.
And that's the last time I cried. Kobe dropping 60.
Well, I love that. I love that he went. Like I said, I love that he went out on top.
Like a
that's
boss.
inspirational. Like Jeter
know.
kind of did.
No. Jeter went out on top for sure.
And
I
that
game
definitely
against the Red
cried
Sox
during that Boston.
Yeah, no, it wasn't the game against the Red because they played the Red Sox the last series. No, it was his last home game.
Yes. It wasn't the last one, but it was the one that
everybody was at. Jimmy
the
Fallon,
only
Lorne
time
Michaels,
that I've
every
been
celebrity.
like-
Same with Kobe. Every
Yep.
celebrity came out.
Yep.
Tickets were through the roof
Yep.
to go see Jeter play his last game. The Yankees were down by 3. Going into the 8th inning,
Yeah,
and you're
and
like,
I was just no. I'm like, please don't.
And then all of a
burn
sudden,
out,
a bunch of
man.
weird plays happened. Next thing you know, Jeter's up, tie ball game, bottom of the 9th. Bingo, bango, dodge Durango.
my
He hits a
God.
single to right
Yep,
field.
yep.
Place goes nuts. I'll never forget Jimmy Fallon's facial reactions to that. Just the same way I'll never forget Kanye and Jay-Z on screen going nuts when Kobe was scoring 60.
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal is going crazy. That magic is that's rare. It's fucking rare, and I'll miss it.
Rare. Yeah.
I'll miss it.
Yeah, I know. I don't really know. I don't follow as much, but is there someone right now that's like a fucking Jeter, a Kobe,
But there's people of that caliber that
But you
are
never know.
good.
You won't know
But-
until they get to a place of
No, but
legendary
again,
status.
I think with social media and all this stuff, you know too much about them. The legend comes and you don't know how they practice.
I know, man. That's
you
what
don't
I'm
know how
saying.
hard they work.
Yeah.
Now you see every fucking second of the day. It's like Steph Curry's incredible. He had the greatest historical 3-point season of all time. And
if you didn't see him ever after,
I know.
if it was just
If you didn't see him
blam,
before
he
or
just
after,
showed up and just drilled
yeah.
drained.
But now you see his entire warm up, his practice every day. You see every part of his day almost
That's
down to
kind
the
of why
seconds.
I like to.
So where you're like, there's no mystery in it more. You're like, all right, I know he works his ass off. That's why he's that great.
Yeah, we see him. We see him shoot from here, from the tunnel, which I like. But you see all of his practice. You see all these little documentaries on him. You see all the interviews.
He's got his kids on the stand. The podium with him after
Yeah.
every game. I feel like
But
I know.
that's why-
I feel like I know his wife, his kids. I feel like I know his entire family.
Yeah. That's why I like to keep a low profile on social media. I'm trying to bring it back to those. I want to be a
I
Namath.
like that
I want to
about
be
you.
a Jeter. I want it to be I just go out, I do my shit, and
I like that
maybe
about
you
you.
don't know every single we were talking about this the other day. I don't know if it's okay to say, but girls' Instagrams kind of suck for the most
they're terrible.
part. It's just
They're terrible.
and a lot of people's just in general. You're just feeding off of other people's FOMO.
Yeah.
And just trying to make it look like they're missing out on your life.
And
it's just
girls' Snapchat is the fucking worst of all
boy.
time. It's them dancing.
I'm old. I don't Snapchat.
They're just dancing in a.
Yeah.
"Ooh,
Hey, look at where I'm dancing today.
Hey, isn't this great?
Hi. I mean, people like Matt and Jared and stuff.
Those are
Being
fun.
in Iraq. It's
Those are
that
awesome.
kind of stuff. You're like, cool.
Those guys
but
Snapchat and,
if you're just
and Instagram
snapping
is awesome.
yourself by the pool, to me, I get so.
My
get so
Instagram is awesome.
Yes, your Instagram is awesome.
It's awesome. But I like it.
you-
It's fun. I like to post funny, weird
Yeah.
shit. The 25th anniversary of Point Break with Keanu and Gary Busey.
Oh, I love.
So I posted a
Canal
montage,
Reeves.
scored to Guns N' Roses' November Rain.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Oh,
It
no,
was
knocking
funny.
on heaven's door.
It's a nice little, funny thing for the day as you're scrolling through all the pictures of girls in their bikinis. You see a little Canal Reeve, which my love for a canal.
Yeah, you love
Open invitation.
Love
this isn't my
Reeves.
show, by the way, but open invitation to Canal Reeve if he wants to come on the show. He's amazing.
God, you and Jared have a lot of things.
He is consistently mediocre, and you guys, that is not easy to do for the career that he's had, the longevity. He is consistently mediocre.
They named he really is. They named a cat movie after him.
What?
Yeah, Keanu with Key and Peele. It just came out. Didn't do well.
No.
Surprising.
Shocking.
Range 15 is almost past them. I love those guys. I love Key and Peele. I'm surprised it didn't do.
Oh no, yeah.
But Range 15 is doing almost as well as that.
Oh wow! Well, we are really climbing the cat video
Look at
charts.
That. Well, this has been super fun, Jabes.
Thanks, man.
Let's get to the old drinking bro of the week.
I just want to give one shout out to my fam, Joe and Kim Monahan. It's hot as fuck. Okay. Go ahead.
I love Kim and Joe.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, they try and say
Joe's a firefighter, by the way, in Wilmington.
Yes, and his whole him and all the people that he worked with. I'm trying to. What do you call that?
They're
squad?
Firefitters. Yeah, they're squad. #squad goals.
Joe and his squad listen to Drinkin' Bros. So shout out to those guys.
Shout out to all the Wilmington
all Wilmington crew,
LEOs.
man. You guys are awesome.
Firefighters.
But they loved the how as fuck, but they can't really say it in front of their kids. So
you can if you get a kid in private. You know what I'm saying? How as fuck. Stranger's kid.
Yeah. To strangers' kids, you can say it. But go ahead, Drinkin' Bro.
Yeah.
Who is it, man?
We are this is the Drinkin' Bro of the week. As obviously everybody is well aware of. If you're listening overseas, obviously the people who are listening at home in the U.S., we're having a lot of problems with our men and women. The officers, the police, getting gunned down as of recent. We're going to save this actually for the overall topic of it with Dallas and everything that's going on for a show when Matt and Rocco and all those guys are back. But in the meantime, I got a really touching story sent to me today from a guy in Bristol, Tennessee. He says a man opened fire at several places of business near downtown in Bristol, Tennessee. In total, 4 people were injured. One person tragically died. Of the 4 that were injured, one was a Bristol, Tennessee police officer, Matthew Cousins. Upon investigation of the incident, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, it was determined that the guy who was motivated to kill was trying to kill white people, in particular police officers, in retaliation for a few stories that have obviously arisen around the country of black males dying by white police officers. He was armed with an automatic style rifle and pistol, fired several rounds of ammunition to indicate that he wanted to kill a lot more people. He wanted to nominate his best friend, Officer Ron Cowan, because of his actions in response to this incident. He's not sure if he was the first responder, but he was one of the first 3 officers that responded initially and exchanged gunfire with the suspect. Luckily, they were able to render him unable to commit any more harm. So, to Officer Ron Cowan, your buddy wrote in, and to all the Bristol police, you guys are the Drinkin' Bros of the week. And by the way, with this story, I don't want to make it about race, that blacks are killing whites or vice versa. I think violence doesn't solve violence. Attacking our police officers, to me, is not only foolish, but it's ignorant. These are the only these men and women are the only people that are actually protecting us in this world. And if we didn't have them out on these streets, things could be a lot worse. And as far as police, is there a couple bad officers here and there? Yes. Is there a couple shitty officers in units around the country? I'm sure there is, but there's also shitty people. And we're not going to solve anything by killing each other. Again, this is a conversation that we'll save. We're gonna dedicate an entire episode to this in the coming weeks about this, because this is, unfortunately, this story that was sent in is happening all too often, and we'd like to have a longer dialogue about it, and in particular with Rocco, because he's worked in all facets of this. So cheers to the Bristol, Tennessee Police Department, and
cheers, guys.
Thanks for listening to the show, and Officer Ron Cowan, and to all the police officers out there listening, men and women, stay safe. I know times are fucking crazy right now, but hopefully for this hour and 20 minutes, whatever this was tonight, we at least kept you a little bit entertained while you're out there protecting us. So we greatly appreciate it. This was a fun one, Jessie. Jessie Wiseman.
Thank you. And the emails that were rolling.
Oh my God! Did you just turn on Free Willy?
I can't turn it. I don't know. It just can't turn it off.
Oh,
sorry,
man.
It just started in my pocket.
You and Jared are just
no, I want
two
to say,
peas in a pod.
I know. Fuck him.
Two peas. You guys are living your characters in the movie.
Oh boy.
I love it.
I wanted to say all the emails that were rolling in were
flooding the system.
No, they were from me to you guys being like, can I please be on the show again? So I really love it, and I appreciate you guys listening and allowing me to be on. So
well,
I love it. I love it.
It's always a joy. It's always a joy and a pleasure.
Wow. Thank you so much.
And go to drinkinbrospodcast.com for some sweet teas. Get your France Press t-shirt. And yeah, I'll go ahead and say it. We are going to be offering limited edition actual France presses to drink out of on the website. So go to drinkinbrospodcast.com. I'm out of here. Turn off Michael Jackson. We're going to get sued.